Hello and welcome to the Vector Garden YouTube channel. My name is Monika, and in this video we're going to have some fun with text. We're going to typeset this kind of text. And when doing this, you might think, well, you have to create one text object and then create another one and rotate it and enter all the text into it. And it might be quite tediously. And of course, you will always have to watch out that this is still exact. But when you take a step back and just pretend that these were all the same object, then of course you would know how to create them. You would just draw one of those objects and then use power duplicate to create all of them. And let's see how far we can get with this method when doing text. So I'm going to move this to the side and then just let's start with a line. I'm going to make it red so we can see it. In order to duplicate this and rotate it, what we can do is take the rotate tool, and then I'm going to press Alt and move it here to the side, and the smart guides tell me that I'm on the line. So there we are, and the rotation is okay. I'm going to copy that and then use Command D or Control D on Windows to make the copies. So there we are. Now, how do we get this into text? You can, of course, use the Type on a Path tool and then click on it to create the threaded text, but that is easier. You select all of them and then use Type Threaded Text Create. So there we have the threaded text. And what we now need is the text itself. There we've got it. And you see there are all returns in that text. I'm going to copy it. And somewhere down here is my threaded text. So let's turn on outline mode and use the text tool and then paste this. And there you see, it's pretty simple. There we have the threaded text. You could, of course, do this without having returns in it, and then it would just be a text on the lines and would just flow just in the way it fits on those lines. But I wanted to have returns in it to just tell Illustrator which of these words are on one line. Now you can use a different method. Maybe you want to create a seating plan, a seating arrangement plan. So let's go to GPU preview, and I have a square in here, and I want to make a seating arrangement plan. So let's prepare this. I'm going to Window, Brushes, and let's drag the square into it. Now Illustrator won't take that, just because it doesn't like the shapes too much. So let's drag it inside here and create the scatter brush. And I want this aligned relative to the page, and let's put some spacing into it like so. So what we now create is the seating arrangement, and in this case people will all be seated in a nice curve like so. And let's get rid of the fill and apply the brush like so. So that's nice, but I can't put text inside of it right away. So I need to first go to Object and then Expand Appearance. And there we have a group. This needs to be ungrouped twice. And then let's take a look at it in the Layers panel. So there we are. I want the seating to start with 1 here and end here. Now let's select this square, and you see it's on the top, so that won't work. What we first need to do is highlight all of those rectangles in the Layers panel and then go into the menu and reverse the order. Now when I select this, it's at the bottom, and you know what is going on now. I'm going to select all of them, go to Type, and then Threaded Text Create. There we are, and there are my numbers, and I'm going to select all of them and copy them, go into outline mode again, and then I'm zooming in somewhat, click in here and paste. And you see the text flows through all of these boxes. These are area text boxes, and area text boxes are somewhat different because they don't use the return key for flowing. So this only works because I have adjusted the size so they fit to each other. Now, if the text were smaller, I would have perhaps 2 numbers in one box. So you have to adjust that to each other. And then, of course, we want to get them into the center of that box, and this is now where it gets tricky. So we can select all of them and, of course, get them into the center by aligning them using the text alignment options. But then we have the area type options. So these are all area type boxes, and there is the vertical align, and you can set that to center, but it doesn't work in this case. So what you can do is try to use the inset spacing and raise that slightly, but we have those 2-digit numbers and those will break in that case. So that option won't work too well. So let's OK out of that. What you can do is go into character and set the baseline. So let's move it down, and using that you can align them inside their boxes. And then if you want to color the boxes as well, then you can take the lasso tool and go down here like so. So you have to get a little closer to those numbers to select all those boxes and then apply the fill color like so. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.